up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and welcome to my Sunday live news stream where I'll use the word, I've curated some articles for us to have a look at. But before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Right, we're live on YouTube, fingers crossed. Yes, we are. We should be live on Rumble. So I'll hit refresh on Rumble and hit play again because it's stupid. It doesn't just come on. Yes, we're live on Rumble. And it says sign in. Oh, for God's sake, never mind. And we're live on Twitch. Yes, we are. I keep saying, I don't know why I keep doing Twitch. I don't know. Because I never get any new thingamabobs. Anyway, Wind Grace is here. Oh, geez, Rick, we're in a TOYG live stream. Oh dear. I haven't seen any of the new Rick and Morty's, by the way. The latest season 7. I haven't seen any of them yet. I keep forgetting to watch it. Anyway, what else? Later on, I'll upload them to Spotify, Amazon Music Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Links for all these articles we're going to look at and stories and stuff are in the description, and I'll put timestamps in later. After the show. What else? I'm on Facebook, X, and Instagram and all that stuff. Links in the description for my books and all that malarkey. Right, so let's get on with it, shall we? By the way, I'm knackered, so I could be yawning a lot. I could be yawning a lot in this show, so we'll see how I go. Pardon me. If I didn't know the voices were different, I never would have noticed. Anyway, right, let's get on with it. We got anyway. We've got some Star Wars, we've got some Star Trek, and Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, Stranger Things, and some gaming news and stuff like that. Right, now let's full screen this baby, and we'll get it up, so to speak. Right, here we go. This one's from Gaming Bolt Apologies. Shubhanka Parijat. I'm guessing this might not be an English website, but it popped up on my news stream. Respawn Entertainment single-player Star Wars first-person shooter is a Mandalorian game. Rumour. Players will play as a Mandalorian bounty hunter. It's been claimed, though it's unclear exactly who the protagonist is. And there's a photo. Oh, that's Mando with Grogu in it. So I don't think it'll be him. But you never know. EA announced a little over a couple of years ago, that Respawn Entertainment was working on a new single-player first-person shooter set in the Star Wars universe, with Peter Hirschman, executive producer on the original Star Wars Battlefront games, the original ones, not the new ones. I mean the original one. I don't know. Serving as game director, and though details on the game have been light since then, a new report published by Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson has potentially shed light on critical details. As per Henderson, Respawn's single-player Star Wars first-person shooter is a Mandalorian game where players will be playing as a bounty hunter. Set during the Galactic Empire's reign, so between Revenge of the Sith and Return of the Jedi, the game will see players tracking bounties across the galaxy and being tasked with bringing them in, either dead or alive. I mean, they've already done this, haven't they? They were the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game, weren't they? For the original Xbox. Did it come out for PS2 as well? I've actually got it on I think I've got it on my PS5. And I'm not very good at it. I've not got very far. Anyway. You play Jango Fett in that. To be clear, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a game based on the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, whether you're playing as its protagonist Din Djarin, as fan-favourite Star Wars character Boba Fett, or Jango, or an entirely new Mandalorian bounty hunter character is currently unclear. He tasks me. That I can. Either way, that premise will bleed over into the gameplay, as you might imagine. As per Insider Gaming's report, players will have access to a variety of weapons, gadgets and tools, including a grappling hook, a visor to tag enemies, a wrist rocket, and of course a jetpack. See, Sci-Fi Quest is on it now. I spit my last breath at thee. Why is all the Star Trek 2 references? I've missed something again. Because I'm dense. Anyway, the latter in particular will allow for quick and kinetic gameplay as per the report, with an emphasis being placed on speed and style, thanks to a variety of movement and traversal options being available, from dashes and jumps to boost sliding, whatever that means, and more. Players will be rewarded for focusing on style, and allegedly the health regeneration mechanic will be tied to stringing together successive kills. The report goes on, so you kill more people, your health goes up faster. The report goes on to state that the game isn't going to be open world and will instead see players navigating a series of linear levels set in different locations and planets. Whether or not multiplayer will be included is currently unknown, though past job ads have suggested that it's at least being considered, and there's a link there. As per Henderson, I like saying that, don't they? The game is still in the early stages of development and as such a year or two away from launch at the very least. The article said you'll be tasked with... Oh, right, did it? Oh, right, I can't bloody remember, can I? Where are we? Let's have a look. Being tasked with bringing them in. Right, okay, right. Fair enough. I knew I'd missed something. Hey, where were we? Past job listings posted by Respawn have also indicated that the game is going to be inspired by classic titles like Dark Forces and Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. Just remake that, or like they've done with Tomb Raider, remaster it and make it look nice and stuff. Do that, because Dark Forces 2 is an amazing game. Read more on that through here, another thing. So there we go. So that's the rumour that Respawn's doing a Star Wars first-person shooter, and you're going to play as a Mandalorian. Which one? Boba Fett, Django, Din Djarin, or any of the others? It could be anybody. They've got just a new one. Who knows? Very interesting. Right, so, very interesting. Some more gaming news at the end. I thought I'd start and finish with gaming news. Right, let's move on. Because, who really gives a toss? I just want them to redo Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. I mean, they're doing Dark Forces, aren't they? Oh, that might be out now. I don't know. But they're doing it, aren't they? Dark Forces. That's getting a remaster. So why not do Dark Forces 2, which is infinitely better than Dark Forces? Anyway, that's my two penneth, or tuppenneth, whatever. Right, let's move on. Hey, what's Windgrace and Sci-Fi Quest talking about? Yes, Sci-Fi Quest earlier on appeared on the Sci-Trek live stream. Because there we go. Windgrace missed it. I didn't. Well, I put some of it. But I caught the rest. And I got a bit cross, to be honest. But never mind. Right. What's next? News with Steve while I wait for my kebab and cheesy chips. Oh, so you get cheesy chips, do you? Can you not resist ticking that little cheese on chips option? Oh dear. I've had... Aidan's had KFC. That's what he's had. But I didn't have any. I made a cottage pie with cheese on. Speaking of cheese, it just reminded me. And it's really nice. Really nice. Right. Yes, I just got a bit cross. Jay sometimes says some very hurtful things, in my opinion. He just says things. I don't think he realises he's doing it, but he blurts things out, and he got me a bit cross. So, anyway. Right, let's move on. Right, this is from Voice of America. Is that's a company, French press agency? I bet that stands for. That's not a person, is it? Anyway, whatever. Harrison Ford's Star Wars script fetches $13,600 at UK sale, and there he is, presumably. Oh yes, at the premiere of The Force Awakens, the European premiere. What's $30,600 in proper money? I don't know. I'll check. Let's do a currency conversion. Currency conversion. Right. What dollars to pounds? US dollars. Where are they? Where the hell is it? There we go. United States dollars to British pounds. Is it going to be there? Or is it going to be under UK pound? Where the hell is it? No, is it under pound sterling? Oh, there we go. Unbelievable. Right. What were it? 13,600. Is £10,789.37. That's what it went for. Right, okay. London. An original draft Star Wars script left in a London apartment, flat, by actor Harrison Ford, who played Han Solo in the movie, sold at a UK auction for $13,600 on Saturday. As I just said, that's £10,789.37 plus VAT or whatever. The script was used when Ford was filming the first instalment of the epic saga, originally entitled The Adventures of Luke Starkiller, at Elstree. Why have they said that? Did it say that on his script? Don't know. At Elstree Studios, north of London. The fourth draft of the screenplay, dating from March 15th, 1976, was snapped up by an Austrian collector. Had another shrimp on the barbie. I know, that's Australia. When it went under the hammer at Excalibur auctions in Hertfordshire, north of London. The exchange rate was different back then, though. Back when? This was on Saturday. Back on Saturday, was it? Dear. It probably was, but not that much. A week ago. Oh, I forgot what I want now. Ford left the script at the London flat he rented at the time, along with shooting schedules, which sold for more than $6,000. What's that in English money? Hey dear. £4,760 and twopence. Twopence is twopence. Yes, it does change often, but, not that much. Not for a week. Usually, unless you're in, like, Zimbabwe or some country like that, where the exchange rate's, like, fluctuating massively. And a loaf of bread costs, 3 million Zimbabwean dollars or whatever they are. Anyway, where were we? Sold for more than $6,000, and a letter from an agent or friend which sold for nearly $225. I don't know, 150 quid, I'll say. The landlords renting the property found the items and kept them for more than 50 years. No, they didn't. No, they didn't, not for 50 years. That'd be good for 50 years. Not from 1976. 48 years. Anyway, should say for nearly 50 years. The incomplete and unbound script contains revisions and introduces Han Solo on page 56. The 1977 film catapulted Ford to international fame, and he starred in sequels Empire Strikes Back 1980 and Return of the Jedi 1983 before taking on the role again in The Force Awakens 2015. When my dad was living in both the UK and Philippines, exchange rate changed almost on a daily basis. Well, it fluctuates all the time, doesn't it? It does. Although other copies of this script have come to market previously, this sale saw a new record set for a Star Walker script. What? Which shows how a personal link to items is so enticing to Star Wars fans. They get Star Walker and Skywalker mixed up there. Said Excalibur Auctions auctioneer Jonathan Turode. The personal provenance makes them totally unique. We hope they'll be as treasured by their new owners as much as they were by the previous ones. What, Harrison Ford? Because it's not that treasured, because they just sold them, haven't they? Where were we? He exchanged pounds for dollars because dollars were stronger there. Yeah, I imagine they were. I remember when we went to Egypt, me and my mate, in 2003. 4, whatever. Can't remember. But we got some Egyptian pounds, but mostly we got dollars, US dollars, because, you know, when you're haggling with people into Egypt, they like dollars more than their own money. But anyway, that's by the by. So there we go. So Star Wars, Harrison Ford's original Star Wars script that he used during filming. So for $13,000 or about 10 grand in British money. Cool. Kept them for over 50 years, so they must have time travelled back a few years. Anyway, there we go. Fascinating. Hot on the heels. Always selling Star Wars stuff lately, aren't they? Anthony Daniels selling his 3PO head and all that stuff. Getting rid of his non-existent children's inheritance. Anyway, never mind. Right, what's next? We'll power through these. Sticking with Star Wars. Now then, I think this is another one that's... another thing that's up for auction. Is this one? Zendaya should buy that 3PO. Yes, she should. It'd go well with her outfit, wouldn't it? Hey, Hollywood, eh? Hollywood. Anyway, from Gizmodo, Germaine Lucier says, take a look at John Williams' original music manuscript for the Star Wars theme. Handwritten and signed by the legendary composer, the sheet music is up for auction. For the last 50 years, when you think of music and movies... by the way, there's the great John Williams doing his conducting. One name stands above the rest, John Williams. Williams is one of the most celebrated and successful composers of all time, thanks to his music for Jaws, Superman, Jurassic Park, Home Alone, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, and on and on. Out of all the music Williams has created, though, he's probably best known for Star Wars. Writing music for all 9 films of the Skywalker saga, Williams' themes are as crucial to the success of the franchise as George Lucas's ideas. Yes, they wouldn't be the same without that music, would they? They wouldn't be the same. Now you can get a rare look at where that history began and have a chance to own it too. Williams' original handwritten musical manuscript for the main title of the original Star Wars movie is currently part of a sale called Remarkable Rarities from Boston-based RR Auctions. RR. Signed to his music supervisor Len Engel. It's got to be seen to be believed. You can see images ahead in the slideshow, as well as a video, and click more information on how to bid. Oh, click here for more information on how to bid. So I'll open that up and we'll have a look at that in a minute. There's a comment. What does the comment say? Unbelievable. John Williams gets more credit than he should him. Oh, for God's sake. An a-hole. Right, so we'll start the slideshow. Off we go. Right. First slide. There we go. There's the mute. It's all Dutch to me. To Len. In appreciation for a treasured friendship, John. There we go. I'm sure that's saying I bet that's what it says. Right, next slide. What does the next one say? Oh, it's the same piece of paper, but a photocopy of it by the looks, with the same leg end, but more and it's drawn a boat there. Look. Oh dear. If I could read music, I could read music, but I can't. There we go. I remember studying, actually. I remember doing music lessons at school and the music teacher was telling us all about, quavers and clefs and semi-breves and all this stuff. But in one ear and out the other. Hey. What does that mean? Maestoso. Let's look that up, Let's look that up. Let's get rid of the currency conversion. Maestoso. What does that mean? Musical definition. Maestoso is an Italian musical term and is used to direct performers to play a certain passage of music in a stately, dignified and majestic fashion. There we go. So is this the opening thing? Is this the ding? That is it. That don't know. Anyway. Anywho, right. Next slide. What's next? Just more music. And there's a video. John Williams' handwritten original. So we'll watch this, shall we? I'll just mute myself.
What we have here in the recording studio is really amazing. It's an original manuscript written by John Williams. It's the Star Wars theme. And it says right here, it has the Italian word for majestic. And if you look, you can see the notes. It goes, bom, 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 bom.
Told you. But I did it a bit faster. Faster with more intensity.
Bom, 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 bom. And then it starts again. It goes, bom, bom. And it would have gone to the next page. But this is an amazing artifact. It's signed to the music supervisor, Len, from John Williams. So it's an original Star Wars musical manuscript of the most famous theme in Hollywood history.
Very good. Very good. So there we go. So, and, well, no, we haven't done yet. Oh, yes, we have. We've gone now. Previous. So let me get out of this, because there were out a bid for it. I wonder what they're expecting it to fetch. Don't know. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Right. So the link took us to the RR. By the way, speaking of music, sci-fi said, I wanted to learn the guitar in school, but they said if you haven't played before, they couldn't let me. I haven't got a musical bone in my body, but yet I've got two guitars, can't play them. I've got a bloody violin, can't play it. I'm mental. Right, anyway, here we go from RR Auction. Star Wars, John Williams' original handwritten music manuscript for the opening Star Wars main title theme. And what's it? It's now the bid is at $9,664. Then if you want to bid, the next bid if they're accepting is $10,631, which is eerily close to what that script went for. So when does it close? When does it close? February 22nd by the looks is when it oh no, 23rd, ends on 23rd. So get your bids in. Win Grey Sci-Fi Quest. Get your bids in for that. And there's lots of writing to read. So there we go. So another Star Wars thing up for auction. They're all selling off the Star Wars stuff. So who owned this then? Who is selling this? Is it this Len fella? I forgot his name. Is it the Len? What's his face? Len Engel. Is it him that's selling it? It must be. Accompanied by a letter of provenance from the step-grandson of the original recipient. Step-grandson. Len Engel was head of music supervising, working under the head of the music department, Lionel Newman, for over 33 years until he died in 1988 from Bel Air. So, obviously, the step-grandson's wanting to get some pennies. That's his inheritance, isn't it? Right. What's next? Just bought some Nescafe, so skint now. You will be if you buy Nescafe. Get bloody home brand stuff. Get the cheap muck. Right, Star Trek now. This could be sad news. We'll see. Terry Matalas from Slash Film. Whitney Seibold, obviously. Terry Matalas has an update on Star Trek Legacy, and it's not what fans were hoping for. The third season of Star Trek Picard, overseen by showrunner Terry Matalas, ended with an intriguing new setup. After the season's story concluded, the action fast-forwarded 1 year to when Jack Crusher, Ed Spilliers, had become a provisionary ensign in Starfleet. Jack, with his father Patrick Stewart and mother Gates McFadden, took a good long gander at his new assignment, the Titan A, newly rechristened the Enterprise G. It's the Titan A. This new ship was to be captained by 7 of 9, formerly the first officer on board the Titan A, and the vessel was poised to go on its first deep space mission with its new name. Change it back, get a new Enterprise. Also on board were Raffi Michelle Hurd, Seven's ex-girlfriend for no reason whatsoever, and also her first officer, as well as former Titan crew members Lieutenant Matthew Arliss Murer, Joseph Lee. Is that him that's like Bajoran? but he hasn't got a Bajoran name. I think he's got the Bajoran nose ridges and stuff. Anyway, Ensign Kovarin, Esma, Jin Maley, and presumably Dr. Oak, Tiffany Shepis. In the post-credits stinger after the final Picard episode, the trickster god Q, John Delancey, appeared to Jack to tell him that a grad mission, proofreading thing of the past. This was a callback to the first episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. Terry Matalas was clearly setting up a new series with all these characters. He wanted to launch a Star Trek show set on board the Enterprise G, and he already had arranged all the appropriate players and even presented the outline of a premise. He even wanted to call his new show Star Trek Legacy. The unmade show made many headlines since Matalas expressed interest last year. Trekkies were intrigued and fan art immediately began appearing. Many assumed that Paramount would instantly and naturally greenlight Legacy. Sadly, in a recent interview with Trek Movie, Matalas said that there has been no movement on Legacy. His desired spin-off, he revealed, may likely be dead in the water. Yeah, because Alex Kurtzman don't want it to happen. It doesn't. He might say, oh, if the fans want it to happen, it'll happen. It won't, because he don't want it to happen. He wants his Section 31 and his Starfleet Academy. That's all he wants. When asked point blank if Paramount had shown any interest or if there had been any progress on Star Trek Legacy, Matalas was blunt, saying there's not. They have Star Trek that they are making, Section 31, Starfleet Academy, and upcoming seasons of Strange New Worlds and the final season of Discovery, and presumably more Lower Decks. And season 2 of Prodigy, which is on Netflix, or going to Netflix. They only have so much money and streaming space. There's currently not, but we're looking forward to whatever the Star Trek universe brings, and never say never. Little bit of hope there. That is a diplomatic way of expressing pessimism. One should recall that back in 2017, Paramount Plus was putting all its eggs in one Star Trek-shaped basket. There was a moment when 6 Star Trek shows were running simultaneously. Discovery, short treks, they don't really count, do they? Picard, Prodigy, Lower Decks, Strange New Worlds. After the streaming wars proved to be unprofitable, Paramount Plus began paring down their Trek offerings. Discovery, Picard and Prodigy are all over or ending soon. Short Trek seem to have stopped after a few animated shorts last year. Bloody awful with Short Treks. Apart from the only one I think I liked was the oh God, I forgot his bloody name. Rainn Wilson played him. Harry Mudd, the Harry Mudd one. It's the only one I liked. Additionally, a planned Section 31 series was shortened into a single TV movie. The future, Paramount seem to be saying, will have fewer Treks and not more. Paramount announced they'd be making Starfleet Academy, which nobody wants to see, which is a clear indicator of where their priorities lie. Prodigy is not over. No, it's not. It's got on Netflix. It's season 2. But is there going to be any after that? We don't know. Yet. I forgot what I want now. They will continue making Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks, aka the good ones, for as long as they can, and then we'll settle down to focus on 1 or 2 Trek shows. In such an environment, there doesn't seem to be a place for Star Trek Legacy. Matalas may have been clever about his backdoor pilot, but Paramount didn't take the bait. Matalas continued to discuss the current state of Trek and how fond he was of the Legacy setting and premise despite everything. And there's 7 of 9 and Raffi. Given the news about Section 31, Anthony Pascal, the Trek movie interviewer, asked if Matalas would be okay with adapting Star Trek Legacy into a 2-hour TV movie instead of a series. Again, Matalas was diplomatic, saying, look, anything is possible. We certainly wouldn't be, oh no, we aren't going to do a movie. For me, I would just need this crew, I would need this cast, and as long as that was a possibility, we would figure something out. Yeah. A series is obviously ideal because there are so many stories to tell, and the 25th century, in general, in Star Trek, is such a rich thing. I nearly did the Buck Rogers. I couldn't help myself. Nearly did. The 3rd season of Star Trek Picard took place anywhere from 2404 to 2410. I thought it was 2401 or 2. whatever. It is an era that hadn't been looked at in Star Trek yet, and Matalas was seemingly eager to update Trek's history and technology excuse me, to match the inexorable march of time. His comment about so many stories to tell indicates, perhaps in a roundabout fashion, that Legacy would follow the Strange New World structure of episodic television rather than stick to the season-long story arcs that Picard adhered to. Windgrace is sick of movies. Sometimes, though, it's better than nothing, isn't it, sometimes? Anyway, there was something a little frustrating about Matalas's handling of the third season of Picard. At the beginning of the season, there were several scenes and lines of dialogue about how Picard didn't want a legacy and how the older generation was done making history. No one liked the Enterprise D, no one likes the fat ones, someone says of the ship. It seemed that Matalas was making a show that refreshingly and excitingly rejected legacy in favour of new adventures. But then the Enterprise D was resurrected for a dull-witted action climax. Well, it was Return of the Jedi, wasn't it? When all said and done. It was a bit of a letdown. Not really. It was jolly exciting, but it was just Return of the Jedi, wasn't it? And they turned the Enterprise D into a fighter. Well, it could, bank, and it wasn't like a nimble ship. It wasn't like a capital ship lumbering. But anyway, never mind. Matalas was asked about that point as well, however. If his intended series was to be called Star Trek Legacy, how much of the series would be devoted to Legacy? Recall that most of the recent Trek shows have banked very heavily on Legacy and nostalgia, bringing back old characters and scenarios after decades, just to milk whatever fan goodwill they could out of them. Strange New Worlds features mostly familiar faces. Kirk, Spock and Uhura are regulars on the show. Oh, pardon me. Cottage pie. And Lower Decks is lousy with references to 90s Trek shows. Prodigy saw the return of Captain Janeway, Admiral Janeway, and Hologram Janeway. Get it right, Whitney. And well, Picard is called Picard. Would Legacy merely lean into cameos and return characters happy to rest on the franchise's laurels? Matalas, despite being fond of the Legacy title, says no. He's not above including the progeny of legacy characters, because we saw, I was going to say it in a minute, or inviting known figures back into the fold. I failed to mention above that Geordi LaForge's 2 daughters would likely be a part of the series, or at least one of them. Probably one of them. But quite mercifully, nostalgia wasn't Matalas's mission statement, he said. Windgrace says, I would rather it rest on its hardies rather than its laurels. See, I got that one. Oh, dear. Quote, not necessarily, no. I call it legacy mostly because it was in the 25th century. Couldn't help myself. Like the idea of people from Deep Space Nine coming in and Raffi and Worf's son Alexander. I could sit and let's get a dry erase board and break it right now. There are just so many stories from that era, and that's where it stands. It seems that Star Trek Legacy is still just a pipe dream. Pipe dreams, son, them. Didn't have them overboards. And there have been no indicators that Paramount even has the slightest interest in making it. Trekkies will have to content themselves with what is currently available and what is coming up. But yeah, so there we go. We can just hope. Nobody knows. I don't think anybody at Paramount knows either. Not even the insiders. Anyway, but I hope it happens. I hope we do get a legacy, either a series or, a movie, or I don't do like mini-series anymore. Like a couple of, feature length, like V and stuff like that, and Masada and series like that, where they did like 2 or 3 feature length episodes, each episode like an hour and a half long. Why couldn't they do that instead of like a 10 episode series or whatever? Something in between a movie and a series. Why not? Why not? It's what they should do. But we don't want bloody Starfleet Academy. We don't want Section 31 because they'll be rubbish. Because Alex Kurtzman's all over them. Because he'll be back now. He's not gone away doing his shitty series, his bloody... What did he do? He did his Starling series, didn't he? About Agent Starling from Silence of the Lambs that flopped, didn't it? And then he did his Man Who Fell to Earth. Was it a film or a series? I can't remember, I don't know. But that bombed as well, didn't it? So now he's come crawling back. And that's when Star Trek Picard Season 3 happened. You know, because he were away, busy, doing other things. So Terry Matalas just got on with it and made a decent series of Star Trek. Because he didn't have Alex Kurtzman breathing over his shoulder all the time. But now he's back because he's just crap. He's crap at everything he does. Is Alex Kurtzman. Anyway. I just want a fun exploration show, tired of giant universe ending events. Yes, we just want to see a ship going on its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to search out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no biped or whatever has gone before. Ding, 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 ding. That's what we want, innit? None of this universe-ending nonsense that's every series has. What's next? Wow, racist against Tholians much. I said or whatever. I said biped or whatever. Covering my bases. Right. Next one from Giant Freaking Robot, TJ Small. Is that a real name? Don't know. I think I said that last time I saw that name. Star Trek Next Generation Hometown Hero statue in the works, it says. It's like the burn all over. Like, oh, God, that was stupid. That was stupid. Thing is, though, what gets me, they keep saying dilithium crystals power a starship. They don't. They just focus the energy. It's the deuterium that powers the starship. That's the fuel. Whatever. Anyway. The last several years have seen several cities invest in commemorative works honouring on-screen characters who put their hometowns on the map, with the Breaking Bad statue of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman in Albuquerque, New Mexico, serving as a prime example. Yeah, just, honour, criminals. I know the criminals in the fictional criminals in a TV show, but why have a statue of them? Oh, dear. Should have a statue of Walter White's brother-in-law. He was the hero, wasn't he? But anyway. Now Valdez, Alaska appears to be following suit, with plans to construct a Commander William Riker. He's a captain now. William Riker statue from Star Trek The Next Generation. Riker is arguably the most famous fictional character to call Valdez his home, even if he isn't on pace to be born for over 300 years. And there he is in First Contact, getting ready to... with the inaugural flight of the Phoenix. Before Commander Riker set out to explore the final frontier, he was born and raised in a small Alaskan town, causing many local fans to petition for a bronze statue commemorating the character. Gene Roddenberry chose Valdez as the site of Riker's original upbringing after visiting the frontier state and falling in love with the snowy locale. Didn't Bugs Bunny put Albuquerque on the map? Yes, he shouldn't, because he kept making that left or right turn at Albuquerque, didn't he? I forgot what I want now. Actor Jonathan Frakes, who portrays the bearded jazz aficionado, was born in Pennsylvania, though his character was written to reference his home state of Alaska several times throughout The Next Generation, as well as his appearance in Lower Decks. If you remember in the episode The Lower Decks, I forgot the name of the young ensign who would become a lieutenant. I forgot his name, but he thought he was Canadian, didn't he? Said they thought they had that in common, that they were both Canadians. Said, I'm from Alaska. Anyway, the effort to construct the Riker statue is being led by a Valdez native named Cameron Harrison. That's a Star Trek name, isn't it? You can imagine a Captain Cameron Harrison, the son of Captain John Harrison, perchance, who has partnered with many Star Trek The Next Generation fans to inspire a whirlwind of interest in the concept. Harrison claims that Roddenberry's decision to make Valdez the hometown of one of his greatest characters serves as a testament to the town's beauty and awe, and or he may have just stuck a pin in a map, like that, with his eyes shut. And may inspire visits from other Trekkies in coming years. Harrison has even become involved with founding a non-profit venture called Riker Maneuver, named after the iconic way Riker lifted his leg. It's also, the Riker Maneuver is also when he sucks in gas from a nebula and blows it out the back of the nacelles and then detonates a warp core in it. That's the Riker Maneuver, isn't it? Anyway. Yes, Riker Maneuver. Captain Tuesday Harrison. Although that was Harriman. Oh, was it Harriman? Oh. I'm thinking of John Harrison, bloody... Oh, Benedict Cumberbund, that. He was John Harrison in... Oh, John Harriman, yes. Yes, that's the Riker Maneuver. Yes, I get me Harrison and Harriman mixed up. John Harrison was what Khan called himself in Star Trek Into Darkness, didn't he? Could have washed my mouth out now. It's gone all wrong. John Harrison, yes, just said that. I'm an idiot. We all know this. Harrison and company have argued that if a Riker statue is erected, it must depict the Jonathan Frakes played character assuming the position. Presumably that one. With his hand on his knee as he lifts his leg onto an object in front of him. Oh, that position. Some organisers have even suggested that the Riker statue be posed atop a functional bench that members of the community can sit on and use for a photo opportunity. A local artist named Patrick Garley has even agreed to construct the bronze statue at an estimated cost of $125,000. CBS approves of the project. If the Breaking Bad statue is any indication, the Riker statue will surely make money back. And then some to the city from tourism alone, while inspiring a great deal of joy from Star Trek fans across the globe. Yeah, but Valdez is not Albuquerque, is it? I think Albuquerque might be a little bit easier to get to than Valdez. But anyway. Organisers from the project have stated that they have even gotten the thumbs up from CBS at this point, meaning the only thing preventing the statue from being erected is the Valdez Parks and Recreation Department. And there he is, that's Commander Riker with Lieutenant Tom Riker. Wasn't the Riker manoeuvre also a counter to the Picard manoeuvre? Probably. It has to be even the Angel One attire. I can't remember. I can't remember. It rings a bell, but I can't remember. It'll be something funky, won't it? Quasi-futuristic and shiny. The Valdez City Council is currently looking into the approval process necessary for the Riker statue to be confirmed, with an answer expected to come fairly soon. Jonathan Frakes has not yet commented on the statue proposal publicly, though Cameron Harrison claims to have discussed it with the actor during a Comic-Con meet and greet, in which Frakes expressed support of the project. Oh, there we go. There we go. So what's Valdez, Alaska like? So we have a look, see if we can find it. Right, so just bear with me. Get rid of that. Let's see if we can find Valdez, Alaska on Google Earth and look at some picky wicks. Google Earth, where are you? Where the heck is it? Oh, all maps. Maps in it. Scroll out. United Kingdom. There's Alaska. Now then, where's Valdez? Where the heck's Valdez? Be in the middle of bloody nowhere. Where is it? Where the blinking flip is it? Here somewhere. Let's go in a bit closer. There we go. One of the main cities, isn't it, in Alaska? It's got to be on the coast, surely. Is it? There's Anchorage. Hey, why don't I just type it in? Why don't I just type it in? I should do, shouldn't I? I'll type it in. Valdez, Alaska. USA. There it is. There it is. Right, let's go to that. And it's not exactly massive. I don't suppose anything is in Alaska, but it's about as big as this estate that I live on. Anyway, so just let me do this. Where would it go? Have we got a park or anything we could look at? There's a museum there. Right. Oh, yeah, very nice. Scenery's nice. Anyway, I will share this with you. There we go. This is Valdez. Isn't it lovely? Nice scenery. But I don't know what I'm looking at. What's that? A nice, whatever that is. It's the Faith Harbour Fellowship. Is it a church? Don't know. Whatever. What's that? It's got fish on. That's the. Can't read it. Where would they put this bench then? The Prospector, Alaska's finest outfitters. Can you get a Starfleet uniform there, though? Eh, dear. What's that? Don't know. So I'm just exploring Valdez. Do you mind? Do you mind? Nothing better to do. Well, I am. Holdness, wherever that is. But it's open. Is it some sort of store? Could be. What's up here? What's up here? Valdez Harbour Inn. Probably the best place for it, isn't it? Bit of green, anyway. Oh, we're heading down to the harbour by the looks of it. Yes, we are. See boats and stuff. Hey. What's this? Don't know why that caught my eye. Probably because it's red. The Fat Mermaid! Under new ownership. I'm guessing that's some sort of restaurant. Bet you can't get fish and chips there. There's the shadow of the Google car. Don't know, that's just somebody's house, probably. Hey, what's this here? What's this? This is Mike's Palace Restaurant. Steaks, pizzas and seafood. Open at 11 a.m. daily. There we go. Stick it out there then. Put his statue there in front of Mike's Palace. Anyway, so there we go. That's Valdez. Nice scenery. Nice scenery. Let's get out of that. There we go. Let's zoom in. Oh, there's a visitors bureau there. So they'll probably stick it around here somewhere, won't they? Because people would head to the visitors centre, I suppose. Oh, there's this park here, isn't there? Could stick it in there. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at this. Valdez Parks and Recreation. It'll go here, won't it, somewhere? You can bet. In this nondescript building. Has it got anything? No, still nothing there, though. There we go. Convention and Civic Centre. Oh, look, a big ship. A cruise liner. Taking people to see Alaska. Hey, good parking, mate. I mean, it's not as if there's, there's a short space. I just thought, bugger it, it's Alaska. There's like 10 people live here. I'll park where I bloody well want. Oh, it could have been packed out and busy 10 minutes earlier, for all I know. Anyway. Funny, some of those boats probably cost more than a house there. Probably. Particularly that one. Anyway, that's a nice scenery, cool clouds and stuff. Look, in front of the mountains. That's kind of spooky, isn't it? Anyway, right, there we go. That was Alaska. Right, what's next? We're sticking with Star Trek. It's somebody that Windgrace has probably never heard of. I'm speaking, of course, of Lorraine Kelly. Here we are. This is from the Daily Star. Stian Alexander writes this. Lorraine Kelly says first crush was Star Trek star she could have lived happily with. Lorraine Kelly has opened up about her unexpected first crush, pointy-eared Star Trek star Spock, and even admitted they could have lived happily ever after. TV presenter Lorraine Kelly has come, who's, lovely. Although you can't understand the bloody word she says, but people can say that for me, I suppose, because she's Scottish. TV presenter Lorraine Kelly has confessed that her first love was pointy-eared Star Trek character Spock, and that she'd have loved to settle down with him. The 64-year-old TV star, who hosts breakfast show Lorraine on ITV, said her first crush was the Vulcan alien, played by Leonard Nimoy. The Glasgow-born star said she reckoned she could bring out the human side of Spock, who is half human, half Vulcan. Lorraine said, Mr. Spock was my first crush. I love him. But she puts it in a Scottish accent, Mr. Spock was my first crush. I love him. Although that doesn't sound anything like Lorraine Kelly. Being half Vulcan, half human, he was always trying to suppress his human side, but I'd have brought it out, and we'd have lived happily ever after. Lorraine, who has been married to Steve Smith since 1992, does Steve Smith know about her obsession with Spock? Has previously revealed how she had loved Star Trek as a kid, saying, I've loved Star Trek since I was a child in the 60s. She said Steve even bought her a Spock toy, which is one of her favourite possessions. Windgrace says she could have lived long and prospered with him, yes. Yes. She said, Steve bought me a Spock doll many years ago, and it's one of my treasured possessions. Why do they keep putting a sentence and then having her repeat it? Word count, that's what it is, innit? Editors said, 500 words, go. Lorraine recently took aim at a social media account which criticised how often she hosts her own ITV show. The question of Lorraine hosting her own show has sparked debate online. Pardon me, crikey. As many take the humorous approach and have a laugh about where Kelly has gone off to. However, when the tracking account was brought up, Lorraine has some less than pleasant words for the conversations. What are they talking about this for? Any more? Is that it? Is something else going to appear? Where's the article gone? Where's it gone? Hello? Scrolling, still scrolling. There we go. Bringing up that was probably all adverts because I've got the ad blocker on. Bringing up the account, Woman's Hour Gemma Kearney said, there's this satire account set up on X that is tracking your appearance on the show. It's had 10,000 followers. Reacting to the news, Lorraine addressed the account. I know. The amount of space that I occupy in people's minds is bizarre. That's another bad impression of Lorraine Kelly. Mr. P says, is anyone else sick of the sight of Lorraine? But she loves Spock, so bless her. I like Lorraine Kelly. I never watched the show. I never, But, she's fine. Oh, there she is. That's Lorraine Kelly. Look, she's fine. She's a handsome woman, I suppose you could say. Anyway, so there we go. She's no Carol Kirkwood. Anyway, right, so there you go. A happy little story about Lorraine Kelly loving Mr. Spock. Right, moving on. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Next. Monarch Legacy of Monsters star offers disappointing Season 2 update. Monarch Legacy of Monsters star Anna Sawai, is that how you pronounce it? Sawai? Don't know. Shares what she knows about Apple TV Plus renewing the Monsterverse series for a second season. Hang on, have I still got it? There it is.
Have I got a second? Have I got a second? No. Thank you. Thank you. All on tonight.
There we go. I thought I'd deleted that. I wonder if it echoed. Did it echo for you? Because it did when I played it back last time, and the time I used it, for some reason it echoed, and I don't know why. Anyway, there's Anna Sawai, whatever you call her. Monarch Legacy of Monsters star Anna, I'm going to say Sawai. Anna Sawai knows as much as Monsterverse fans do about a possible second season for the Apple TV Plus series. By the way, this is on CBR. Lee Freytag. Was there an echo? There was an echo. Oh, right. Weird. But there ain't on other things I play. It's bizarre. I don't get it. More likely she wasn't asked back. They've got to have Anna Sawai. She's the fittest one on it. Speaking with Screen Rant, Sawai gave the following update on Monarch Season 2. I talked to Kiersey Clemens and Ren Watabe all the time, and we still don't know. I'm asking the same question to the producers and the showrunner, Chris Black, and so I would like to know if you find out. Monarch showrunner Chris Black previously stated in January 2024 that the Monsterverse series had done very well on the streamer and was optimistic about a second season. Following Monarch's premiere in November 2023, which I did reviews of each episode, just go and check out my playlists, Apple TV Plus reported that the series had become the #1 first-season drama on the streamer, despite not sharing viewership statistics. Probably not very high, to be honest. Black's comments seem to indicate that a lot of subscribers tuned in weekly for some monster-filled shenanigans. Critical reception was also high for Legacy of Monsters, with the series currently sitting at 90% on the review aggregate website Rotten Tomatoes. It's not that good. It's good, I enjoyed it, but it had a massive dip in the middle. But it recovered, it ended up being well. Being good, I mean. Per the official synopsis, Monarch Legacy of Monsters is set after the thunderous battle between Godzilla and the Titans that levelled San Francisco, and the shocking revelation that monsters are real, focusing on two siblings, Kate and Kentaro, as they follow in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to the secretive organisation known as Monarch. Clues lead them into the world of monsters, and ultimately down the rabbit hole, kind of literally, to Army Officer Lee Shaw, taking place in the 1950s and half a century later, where Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. As fans wait to learn the fate of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, they can find solace in knowing that Black already has ideas for another season of the Monsterverse show. He recently revealed which Toho monsters he'd love to incorporate in Season 2, stating, "Listen, Toho has a strong bench. I personally love..." is it Hedra? Is that you pronounce it Hedra? Or is it Hedora? I don't know. The Smog Monster. Toho have been incredible collaborators, and I think any of their creations would be available to us if we wanted to bring them into our world. Jet Jaguar! Jet Jaguar! Oh dear. Monarch co-creator Matt Fraction. Cool name, innit? That's like a superhero name, innit? Or, you know, somebody in like a spy series. Matt Fraction, secret agent. Added, I would love to be able to introduce a Monsterverse iteration of a Toho creature that hasn't been in the films to the show. Fraction added, Ooh, are you ready? It's a very deep bench, and I think everyone has their own favourites. I love Jet Jaguar. Or Jaguar, as we'd say. It's not quite a kaiju, but I love Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar. Jet Jaguar. Monarch Legacy of Monsters is streaming on Apple TV Plus, and it's worth a look. As I said, massive dip in the middle for a couple of episodes, but it does recover and get good again at the end. Good at the beginning, bit of a dip, gets good again by the end. I really enjoyed it for the most part, so there we go. But we don't know if there's going to be a season 2 yet. Come on, Apple TV Plus, pull your fingers out and give it a second season. And then she won't have to smash some cheese in your face like Alan Partridge did with that fella after that clip. Smell my cheese, your mother. Which is very, very funny. If you haven't seen it, you don't know what I'm on about. Right, anyway, whatever. Let's move on. What's next? Stranger Things. This one's from comicbook.com, Patrick Kavanagh. If I could press the button, there we go. Stranger Things, Linda Hamilton jokes that joining season 5 ruined the series for her. The actress, I'm not going to call them actors. I'm not. I refuse. The actress admits she won't be able to enjoy the series the same way. By the way, I don't care if they want to be called an actor. I don't care. I'm just going to call an actress. If they said to me in person, they came up and said, I prefer to be called an actor. Fair, fine, call yourself an actor, but that's not what I'm calling you. Stranger Things fans are looking forward to seeing genre icon Linda Hamilton enter the fray with the upcoming final season. Is it the final season of Stranger Things? I didn't know. And while Hamilton herself is understandably excited by the opportunity, she recently admitted that starring in the final season will ruin her enjoyment of the series as a fan. Given how much she enjoyed watching the first 4 seasons from the sidelines, this understandably puts a bit of a hamper, or do you mean a damper, or whatever, on how the show will be resolved, though it was seemingly a worthy sacrifice to get to be part of the sci-fi series. What about cabin crew instead of stewardess? It's another one, isn't it? Another one. Or air hostess. They're actresses. They don't moan and say I'm an actor when they're accepting the Best Actress Oscar, do they? No. If they're that bothered about it, they should get it changed to Best Female Actor. That's what they should do. But they're not that bothered. Stranger Things Season 5 is currently in production and is expected to debut in 2025. Quote, I've watched every season with relish. I just love it. So it's kind of like imposter syndrome, which is what I suffer from 24/7, where I don't feel that I fit in there. That's a whole world set in the 80s, Hamilton shared with Us Weekly. Is it? I always thought it was US Weekly. I always thought the Us magazine, I always thought it was US, as in United States. Whatever. When you really buy into something, you don't see yourself in it. So I think, in a way, it kind of ruined the show for me. I never watch a project once I'm in something. It would just completely take me out of the reality of it to see myself there. So it's not reality, it's fun, it's not real. So I won't be watching season 5. Silly cow. Yes, best them they actor. It's coming, innit? It's coming. There'll be best male actor, best female actor, and best actor of a non-specific gender. Well, it's coming. It's coming. I forgot what I want now. Just like in previous seasons, details of the storyline are being kept tightly under wraps, with Hamilton herself admitting that she was only given limited details about her character before taking on the role, and also that she doesn't even currently know how the series ends. I zoomed creators Ross and Matt Duffer, the Duffer brothers, and they gave me the shape of the character, but not of the story. Because they have to be very careful with their story, so I still don't know how it ends, the actress confessed, and it takes a lot of discipline to not know where it's going to go, but that's to protect it from all of the people that want to know. There's a link there, so what does that lead to? Stranger Things Argyle Season 5 return reaction Eduardo Franco. Whatever. Look, dental implants. They must know I'm British. Luckily, Hamilton confirmed that those closest to her are being kept in the dark, but aren't taking it personally, as she detailed. I don't share, but I'm having a really good time. I have friends now that will text me and go, "Where are you?" or "You can't say." But that's out of respect and love for the Duffer brothers. Stay tuned for updates on the final season of Stranger Things before it premieres next year. Blah, 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 blah. Any comments? Let's start the conversation. Maybe there's no comments. Whatever. Right, so anyway, I'm looking forward to season 5. In the rumours that they're bringing him that died back, him that did Masters of Puppets, in the rumours that they're bringing him back somehow. I'm sure there is. I'm sure I've seen that somewhere. Yes, best non-binary actor. She didn't have friends before. Obviously not. Obviously, 'cause the Terminator's got them all. But now she's got new friends. I have friends now that will text me. I think she means, friends now, existing friends that were friends before, but they'll text her now, where are you, or can't you say, because they know that she's making stranger things and that she can't tell anybody what she's doing or where she is. I think that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. Hang on. Is Stranger Things still good? Yeah, I like it. Season 1's the best season, I think. 'Cause I only watched season 1. Season 1's the best season, I think. It's got more... I don't know. I think it's more scary as the first season. More mysterious. But, it is still good. Still enjoy it. It's good. Bit of a lull. I think season 3 probably the worst one, I think, maybe. But I've enjoyed them all for what they are. So I'm looking forward to season 5 next year. A friend would say, don't do it, you'll ruin it for yourself. This is it. If you're a fan, though, you want to appear in it. It's like you always get these Star Wars fans wanting to be in a Star Wars film, and they realise just what a nightmare it is. But Ewan McGregor, for instance, although he says he wants to do Obi-Wan Kenobi again, but he don't. Right, so there we go. But she's not going to watch herself in it, is Linda Hamilton. I wonder who she's going to be playing. Is she going to be a goodie or a baddie? Don't know. I bet she's going to be a baddie. I bet she is. I bet she's like some agent. I bet she is. She's got that face now. I mean, because she's getting older, isn't she? She doesn't look like the fresh-faced young, lovely young woman she was in the first Terminator, or even the Terminator 2 for that matter, when she were a bit older. But now she kind of got a stern visage, hasn't she? She kind of looks angry all the time. So I bet she's playing a baddie. It's almost like Dakota Johnson wanting to be in a Marvel movie, just not that one. You're fired. Yes, you fired her agent or something like that. She fired somebody, didn't she? Because she thought she was going to be in a MCU film. It ended up being Madame Web, which, is going to be remembered as a classic of the genre. It is. Probably. Maybe. Anyway, let's move on. Hey, gaming news now. Two gaming stories. First one, which Jay likes. Has he seen it? I think I arrived probably after he'd talked about it, so I don't know. So fair enough. Anyway, right, from TechSpot, Alfonso Maruccia. Microsoft Flight Simulator takes players to Dune's sci-fi desert world of Arrakis. And there's an ornithopter. Microsoft has released a Dune expansion for its popular flight simulation series. Players will now have the opportunity to pilot the vehicles featured in the latest film adaptation of one of the most popular science fiction novels of all time. So you're going to get to fly around the entirety of Arrakis. There's not much there, is there? There's Arrakeen, the shield wall, and that's about it, really, isn't it? Then there's just everywhere, just desert dunes, isn't it? Everywhere else, pretty much. Anyway, yeah, he saw it and liked it. So did my cousin, or my second cousin. He's the son of my cousin. Yeah, that makes him my second cousin. He liked it as well. He posted on Facebook. So, Madam Web, it was amazing. Maybe it is. Right, Microsoft is taking flight simulation enthusiasts to Arrakis, it's Arrakis, isn't it? Arrakis, the desert planet where the Fremen people and House Harkonnen vie for control of spice. The previously announced Dune expansion is now available for free on the Flight Simulator store, offering players the opportunity to pilot the Royal Atreides ornithopter above the desert planet that holds the fate of the Dune universe in balance. The Dune expansion is the result of a collaboration between Legendary Pictures, Warner Brothers and Microsoft, clearly designed to promote the new Dune film, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Dune Part 2 is set to be released internationally on February 28th, 2024, but Flight Simulator players can take to the virtual skies in their ornithopters right away. Oh, there's going to be a video. We'll have a look at this video in a minute. Wingrace says, well, now I know who to never trust again on their film opinions. It might be amazing. Will they do a Godzilla one? What, a Godzilla flight simulator? Can you fly Godzilla? The Dune expansion includes tutorials, time trials, and a daring rescue mission. Maybe you can fly Jet Jaguar. Well, there's no information. Or be Jet Jaguar flying around. Jet Jaguar. While there is no information provided about specific changes to the fundamental flight physics principles players need to adapt to, we can safely assume that Arrakis will present similar flight conditions to more traditional earthly aircraft. I'd imagine it's probably like a helicopter, isn't it? Setting aside the free expansion, the Dune promotional partnership also offers the chance to win a Dune-themed ornithopter stand and a floating Xbox gamepad. Well, they get, is it filled with helium or something? While the expansion is free for everyone to download, the custom stand and controller are exclusively available through an X contest. Then there's a... Been reading this, haven't I? And I haven't even put it up. Didn't tell me, did you? Or did you? No, you haven't. Never mind. Flies around as like Godzilla crushes a city. Godzilla can't fly. But he can jump a bit. Redmond introduced the Dune expansion in 2023, providing details about the upcoming title in its popular simulation series. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 expands the gameplay of the previous game by introducing a new career mode style mission system. Blah, 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 blah. Right, let's have a look at this video. Very good, very good. Oh, so because Godzilla can fly, he did it at least once. I'm sure he did. There's been that many Godzilla films. He's done everything pretty much, hasn't he? Done everything pretty much. But he's not known for flying, is he? Not like King Ghidorah or any of them, is he? He never did that for Star Wars. No, that looks interesting, doesn't it? It looks like you're going to have trouble with your ornithopters. But in the books, I saw it somewhere. I'm sure it might have been in the book. So I read the first Dune book many years ago. So it might be that I'm thinking of. They had trouble, the Atreides ornithopters had trouble with the dust and stuff, getting in the engines and all that. So are they having similar problems in the Microsoft Flight Simulator? I'm probably misremembering, probably. Or maybe it was in the 84 version, I can't remember. I remember seeing it somewhere. Cool. That looks interesting. Not that I've got Microsoft Flight Simulator. Not that I've got it. But anyway, if I see it cheap, I might get it. But I bet it's for the PC. Is it out for Xbox? It will be, won't it? It won't be out for PS5, will it? So never mind. Don't matter then. Faults are part of the simulator. Like I say, I've not got it. So I remember the last Microsoft Flight Simulator I played were like way back. Probably when Windows 98 were out. That was the last time I played it. Xbox and PC, yeah. Right. Move on. And sorry for not showing that most of that article, because I'm an idiot. Anyway, right, finally. Give me a quick show-ish. Quickish show. From Bounding into Comics, Spencer Bakuli. Or Baculi, whatever. Despite promise, games would appear in their original form. Tomb Raider 1-3 Remastered, Censors, Risqué graphic found on Pierre's jacket. You know, I never even noticed. I never even realised it were there. Even when I played it originally, I didn't even know. Not even paid any attention to it. But now I am doing. Because it's been brought to our attention, hasn't it? By the way, I finished Tomb Raider 1 today. It was fun. I'll start Tomb Raider 2 whenever. Or I might do Unfinished Business first. Might do that first. But anyway, right. In the latest example of don't trust anything a video game developer promises until you see it with your own eyes, despite the game's eye-rolling disclaimer informing players that the collected titles will be presented in their original form unaltered, it has been found that Tomb Raider 1-3 Remastered has censored a risque illustration found in the series' first entry. And there's Lara about to kill a poor wolf. In the caves level at the beginning. Last one I played was Flight Simulator X. I don't know which one I played. I've probably still got it on a disc over there somewhere. You know, a dodgy disc. Hey. As previously reported, upon booting up the newly released collection for the first time, players are greeted by a one-time content disclaimer informing them that though the original Tomb Raider games featured imagery that the developers Crystal Dynamics felt were offensive, they had ultimately chosen to present them without alterations. Crystal Dynamics had nothing to do with the first 6 Tomb Raider games. That were core design from Derby in the UK. They had ultimately chosen to present them without alterations. They weren't even the developers of this. It was Aspire, wasn't it? Crystal Dynamics were like, on the side, like they don't care about this. They're busy doing their other stuff. The games in this collection contain offensive depictions of people and cultures rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices, wrote the Marvel's Avengers developers. These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our values at Crystal Dynamics. Rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form, unaltered, in the hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it. I'm not sure. I think what they might be on about, some people have mentioned the monks from Tomb Raider 2, but they don't really do a lot, But, stereotypical, whatever, I don't know. But there's some, like, South Sea Islanders in Tomb Raider 3. I think they might be on about that. Or they could be on about the Scottish fella in Tomb Raider 3. I don't know. Or the Geordie fella, also in Tomb Raider 3. Lots of weird accents in Tomb Raider 3. And it's not a very good game, in my opinion. Without alterations, how the hell is it remastered without altering something? They mean the content, I mean, it looks nicer, but they've left everything else, unaltered. But that's not true, as we're about to see. Or at least that's what they claimed, unaltered. There's the screen that you see. That's Jay's favourite film. In reality, much to the dismay of the many who had taken the disclaimer at its word, while the specified racial and ethnic depictions were left untouched, the same could not be said. Why are they repeating themselves? The same could not be said of the distinctive graphic emblazoned on series antagonist Pierre Dupont's bomber jacket in the very first Tomb Raider. Appearing more as an Easter egg than anything else, due to the fact that it is only viewable during those rare moments during his boss fights where the player is able to get behind him, the graphic in question features a completely nude woman, herself depicted in a pin-up style pose, sitting underneath the text Lady Luck and its abbreviation LL. And there we can see, there we go. Pierre's original Lady Luck jacket, as seen on his defeated body in Tomb Raider. There we go. But in the version featured in the remastered collection, Lady Luck is instead seen wearing a red bikini. Further, the two red L's which previously adorned the coat have been replaced by the Greek symbol for Phi Tau, which it's unknown whether this is in reference to the binary star Phi Tauri or Pierre's college fraternity, itself also coloured red. I've never heard of that person. Or they mean binary star in the sky, as in, two stars orbiting one another. When I thought a binary star, I'm thinking like non-binary. See, it's wheedled its way in, hasn't it, into the subconscious. Anyway, and there's another image. Is that the same? Oh no, we've just seen that one, haven't we? We'll get another view here in a minute. In the interest of fairness, it is possible that the disclaimers promised that Tomb Raider 1-3 Remaster would be presented uncensored, only applied to the racial and ethnic stereotypes it specifically mentions, and not the admittedly too hot for general audiences jacket sported by Pierre. However, even if this was either developers' intention, the fact that they did not specifically clarify this detail to potential customers is nothing short of dishonest and sets a worrying new precedent in an industry that is already crumbling under the weight of its own continued hubris. And there's a closer view of... is that supposed to be LL, is it? Lady Luck. But as you can see, she's no clothes on. With the graphics bare nipples slightly blurred. There you go. I've never even noticed it before. As of writing, hang on, Windgrace says, so the intro should have said, sorry, we took out the tits. Basically, yes, it should have. As of writing, neither Crystal Dynamic nor co-developer Aspire Media have offered any public comment on this deceptive change to Lara Croft's debut adventure. Meanwhile, shoulder players wish... Does that mean should? Should players... Shoulder. Proofreading. Hashtag proofreading. Thing of the past. Meanwhile, should players wish to check out the remasters for themselves, Tomb Raider 1-3 Remastered is now available for purchase on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X/S platforms, and I'm enjoying it. Just finished Tomb Raider 1, even though I'm shouting and bawling, when she just veers off in a direction and plunges to her death. But I'm still enjoying it. There you can see he's got a bikini on. So there we go. There we go. I think that's supposed to be. Do you think it's supposed to be? Oh, that can't be, can it? I don't know. Sci-Fi Quest says, the tits are no longer in the game. They were behind the remaster. It's a fine remaster. Better than Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was bloody awful. I don't know if that's really a deceptive change. Probably a ratings issue. Yeah, probably. Let's say I didn't even know about it. They're on about the racial stereotypes. It's probably the character in. You meet this. That's it. It's supposed to be a South Sea Islander, and it is very. It's like from another age. He's got this very. I don't want to do an impression, but it's very stereotypical of a coloured person. You can't even say that now, can you? A black person. You can't say coloured these days, can you? A non-white person. Anyway, whatever. There, that's it. So there we go. I'm enjoying the game. Well, I did. Tomb Raider 1. Still my favourite one, even though I play on with it. Going to carry on playing it. But I might not do Tomb Raider 3. I might give it a go and see what it's like. But I don't think I'm going to stream it on YouTube because I don't like that game. Don't like it. But me. Right. There we go. That's it. I think we're done. For tonight. Yes, we are. That's it. All done and dusted. So we'll leave it there. Hang on. Person of colour. Yes. That. Yeah. What's the difference between saying I don't know. Anyway. Right. What's coming up? Hang on. No more Robert, please. I don't know. What's coming up? What day are we on? Sunday. So tomorrow, in Magnificent Mondays, we're doing the first RoboCop. Yay! Because I've been playing that, RoboCop Rogue City. I've been playing that, so I thought, we'll watch the film. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And then on Friday, for Appointment with Fear, we're doing a bit of Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Sutherland in Virus, which I really like, even though it's got a really low Rotten Tomatoes score. And then I think next Monday's Magnificent Mondays, because of the Tomb Raider thing I'm doing at the moment, I think we're going to watch or do the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider film, the first one. Not doing a double feature. Just do the first one. Great stream. See you tomorrow. May the Schwartz be with you all. No double feature. No. What's lower, Virus or Madam Web? I don't know. I think it's Virus, to be honest. Now, let's check. Virus, Rotten Tomatoes. Right. Virus has got 12% critics and 22% audience. So I think that's lower than Madame Web, isn't it? Let's check. Madame Web, Rotten Tomatoes. And Madame Web is on 13% with a 55% audience score. So yes, the Virus is lower than Madame Web. But it's fun, so that means that I will definitely like Madame Web, doesn't it? So there we go. Hang on, I'll show you. I'll bring them over. I'll bring it over and show you. So I'm not fibbing. There we go. There's Virus. 12%, 22%. Despite its great special effects, this movie's predictability greatly undermines its intensity. It's not the best film ever, but it's fun. And there's Madame Web, 13% and 55%. It could change, you see. It could change. I haven't got a review for that one. So there we go. Madame Web is just a punch of nothing redubbed for explained reasons. Have you seen it? I'm guessing you've seen it. But I don't know. I think it's amazing, but I haven't seen it. So I'm just saying that. Just to be contrary. Right, we'll leave it there. So thanks, Win Grace, and thanks, Sci-Fi Quest. I'll be back tomorrow with Magnificent Mondays and RoboCop. So hope to see you then. So, and I might do another gaming stream tomorrow, maybe. So until whenever I see you next. Or unexplained. Oh, right, hang on. Or unexplained reasons. Whatever. And you take care too, and so do you, Sci-Fi Quest. And we're still waiting for Bailey to make his appearance, aren't we? When your niece gets better. Anyway, right, so I'm going now. So thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.